I think the things that I'd really like people to remember are, first off, I don't believe it's possible to teach everybody how to be an entrepreneur. I think there are a large number of individuals who show entrepreneurial characteristics, and we should be doing everything we can to nudge those people in the direction of starting new businesses. I believe that's good for the economy. And I would also want people to take away that I think with the advances in machine learning and AI, there is now an opportunity to help identify these individuals at scale in a way that was not previously possible. I believe there is an ability to learn how to think, to be able to analyze data but remain creative in problem solving that can be taught at university, irrespective of which course you are actually going through. So I think that's one important element, and I think the other important element is universities still have very strong alumni networks, and that remaining a part of those can be very beneficial to individuals as they go through their careers. I think there are lots of people who have dropped out of university and made very successful careers. There are lots of other people who never went to university and have made very successful careers. But what's interesting to us is when we look across the data of all the technology startups that have started and then exited, there is still a high propensity for those founders to have gone through a very high quality academic background. I am against trying to train people too heavily for vocational skill sets and live in this notion that we can provide students with exceptionally strong vocational skills that will go and help them immediately in industry. As someone who does employ a lot of people, I will always look for people who have very bright, intelligent brains. I believe I can provide them with the training of how to operate in a specific sector within a course of 2 to 3 months of starting a job. So what I really look for is that exceptional, brilliant, creative thinker. Those are the people I'd like to attract. And I think that's generally true for a lot of people in industry. I think the other flip side that's worth being aware of now is there's increasing automation in a lot of jobs, and actually trying to set a kind of rigorous curriculum that prepares people for individual industries may be a bit of a mistake in the coming years. We can see incredible automation, whether it's within the world of the law and how lawyers operate, right through to how management consultants operate, right through to investment bankers. So even what have traditionally been thought of as higher skilled jobs are now coming under a gaze of automation. So I think the best thing people can do is teach people how to think. I think that skill set of being able to analyze data and yet remain creative is what is likely to let people succeed in the future. When you look at the world of science and technology, some very heavy research that goes on at university level that would not be able to occur without university funding. Private sources of capital are historically not prepared to take very long-term bets on uncertain technologies, and that's what a lot of that research requires. And I think we can see lots of examples of that research coming through into commercial development, indeed providing the backbone and fundamentals of many of the technologies that run the internet. So I think there's plenty of examples within the technology and science world of how research has a very tangible aspect in commercial life, and I think that's data that can be well tracked. I think it's much harder when it comes to the social sciences or humanities to be able to track that impact as effectively. And I personally wouldn't be wanting to put a pound value on a university education and how that impacts a future economic outlook for a country. I think that would be a fairly ridiculous thing to be trying to do. I think we should really be looking to champion individuals who have gone through either university research or a university education and then gone on to great things within a more corporate setting, and champion those individuals and highlight them as exemplars for other people to follow.